Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the Flow Show, no filter. Sorry I'm late, guys, but I got a good excuse and I got my hard pass. I'll tell you about it in a minute. But first, let me cover my ass. No Diddy. The thoughts, views, and opinions shared on the Flow Show, no filter, are for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a professional. I am just good. Good morning to my brother C Tuck. Everybody say what's up to C Tuck, man. He been holding the business down and keeping everything moving, man, as we deal with, as the Flow family, deal with what we dealing with. So shout out to C Tuck. Appreciate you, bro. C Tuck says good morning, Flow and crew. Make sure y'all like the live as y'all enter, please, and thank you in advance. Who we got in here this morning? Hey, Angie, Tahara, Danae, I should say Tahara, Denise, Tatum. What's going on? Elise, hey, Elise. Elise in the building. Melissa, how your basement coming along, Melissa? Hey, T, Island, the island people. My people from the island. Grandma Kathy, what's going on? Grandma Kathy say good early sunny morning from Seattle. What's going on, everybody? Glad to see y'all. Just to give you a little quick update, everything's going pretty well. We making some good progress on what we got going on. So I don't want anybody to worry too much. We doing well. We keeping it moving, and we will be all right. We're going to talk about Diddy and Trump today. Mel Max said the best part of waking up is the Flow Show filter in your cup. You remember that, Mel Max? The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. Look what I got, y'all. I ain't fucking around. If I say I'm part of the coffee crew, damn it, I'm part of the coffee crew. I got my coffee today. I got me a white mocha coffee blend or something with hazelnut and a splash of cream, and I'm feeling good. But let's get into this. We about to get into this Trump and Diddy thing, but let me tell y'all something. See, the reason when you come through, when obstacles come your way in life, I look at obstacles like this. This is why I'm never down. I'm always ready to go and conquer some shit. Because I look at obstacles as a way of God telling me and showing me and giving me an opportunity to show the world and show people how cold I really am. I look at obstacles as a way as God is putting something in place to show people, give me a chance to show y'all how good I really am. And that's how I approach obstacles. That's how I approach things that people say can't be done or won't be done or any of that. Don't listen to them. It ain't been done because they ain't ever do it. That don't got nothing to do with you. It don't have shit to do with your outcome. So when problems are incoming, always know you, with the help of God, you can control the outcome. So I don't get down when obstacles are thrown my way. I don't get down when hurdles are put in front of me. Because whatever it takes to get through the shit, I'm going to do the shit. And when I have with that type of mentality, you don't get down about shit. It's a way to say, all right, y'all, watch what the fuck I do. Y'all think this is gonna be a fucked up situation, or y'all think it's no. Let me show you how the fuck we get down in this family and how the fuck I get down. This ain't gonna be no sad story. This gonna be one of those motivational stories. For people who go through similar things in life or go through battles or get battle tested and they feel like they can't beat it, they're going to look at the shit that we do over here in the Flow community and the stuff I do and say, damn it, Flow did it. I could do it too. So I don't get down about no fucking obstacles. I crush them fucking obstacles and I keep it moving. So we gonna keep it moving today. Don't forget, they told me that I couldn't be a content creator. They laughed. I became one of the top content creators in the fucking world in less than 2 years, 3 years, 2.5 years. They say everybody got a podcast. You couldn't have a successful podcast. It's a million podcasts. And what the fuck we do? We came in here and placed ourselves in the top 5% in 4 months. Don't tell me what the fuck I can't do. You tell yourself what you can't do if that's how you get down. But don't never tell me what I can and can't do. And I want y'all, everybody listen to this, to have that same mentality. I remember coming out of high school, they said I was too late picking up the game of golf. I picked up the game of golf after I graduated from high school. They told me it was too late to get a scholarship. Within 2 years, I had my own golf scholarship at HBCU. Shout out Wilberforce University. Full ride golfer. But they told me it couldn't be done, but they didn't know I was the type of person. I was going to be out playing golf from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. morning, noon, and night for 2 years straight until I reach my goal. So I'm just letting y'all know, impossible isn't impossible if you had the right mentality. And everybody in the Flow Show, like I always tell y'all, we gonna crush anything that coming our way. I don't give a fuck what it is. And today we gonna crush Diddy and Trump ass, because Trump better not fucking pardon him. He ain't gonna pardon him, but it just show you Diddy ain't holding himself accountable at all. He did all that groveling to the judge, and then 5 seconds after the judge sentenced him, he on Trump's line. And we're gonna talk about that shit today. So let's get the fuck into it. Get your coffee, puff, puff, pass. Flow is back. It ain't never too late to do anything, Mel Mac. I've done everything that they ever said was too late to do. I did it, crushed it, and moved on to the next journey. And I want y'all to do the same thing. Like I said, final note on that is, when obstacle come your way, that's just a chance for you to show the world how truly gifted you are. And keep it moving. So let's talk about this Trump and Diddy crap. Damn Skippy, Melissa. Damn Skippy. Melissa said caffeinated Flow is back, baby. Damn Skippy. I'm on y'all ass today. Caffeinated, coffeeed up. I'm a little late. Oh, I was late because the damn camera wasn't charged. And you know how Apple products is. When you plug it in, it takes fucking 10 minutes just to turn on. So I was been ready, but my camera wasn't charged. So that's the only reason I was late. 5 minutes late. Better late than never, but never late is better. Anyway, let's get into this crazy ass Diddy and Trump mess. Hey, Grandma Kathy, Elise is waiting for your email. Major announcement. Melissa said we love caffeinated Flow. I love caffeinated Flow too. I love caffeinated. So let's get the fuck into this situation. Let's get it going. Danae Taylor, what's up, Danae? Let me put your message up there. Beautiful Danae Taylor, love your profile pic. I'm loving all the profile pics, guys. Keep them coming. Let's keep loading them up. But Danae Taylor says, good morning, Flow fam, Wake and Bakers, and of course the coffee crew. Love me some cafe mocha with vanilla. Hell yeah, Danae. This thing picking me up. But I'm a motivator. I believe in everything. Hey, look, at the end of the day, everything is all about motivation. I don't know what the hell motivated Diddy to call, but I guess he's trying to do anything. But Trump ain't giving him no pardon. I'm telling y'all that right now. Trump will lose his whole fucking base if he pardoned Diddy. But hey, look, he had to put Diddy on blast and let everybody know that Diddy called him. But I see my boy Brian. Even Brian that came. Look at Brian, the big dog that came with the profile pic. Come on, Brian. Look like you happy. Brian, you look happy in your profile pic. You look like you keep a positive outlook on shit. Shout out to your profile pic, Brian. But Brian, I want to read this nice statement to just add on to what I said about challenges. Brian says, challenges come your way for your growth, to make you stronger. Nothing happens to you. It all happens for you. Damn, Brian. You need to be a guest on this podcast episode. What a statement. That is so true. And that's how you look at it. That's how you look at it. It's just like working out. You can't get improvement with your body without challenging your body, without running longer than you ran, or walking longer than you ever walked, or lifting weight that you never lifted, or stretching farther than you ever stretched, and pushing the limits. And so to add on what Brian said, that's what challenges are. Challenge yourself to make yourself better. Don't worry about it. It's all good. And that's what we do here at the Flow community. We talk about stories, but we also talk about real life and talk about shit that can help each and every one of us get through some of these rough patches and help put things in perspective when we go through shit. Because a lot of times you'd be surprised how much just changing your mentality on thinking about the things you're going through, how much that can help you deal with it. So thank you for that, Brian. We're going to get back to Diddy ass. No Diddy. But definitely good. And I need anybody that you never know who needed to hear that this morning. Who needed to hear that everything is possible, and everything you go through is not to take you up out of here. It's actually to make you stronger. Oh, well, Rachel said, good morning, family. Just wanted to stop by and say good morning. Love you all. She had some running around to do, so she might miss the show. Okay, Rachel. Well, we're glad you popped in and said something. We about to get going. Let's get going on this article about Trump pardoning Diddy. Let's get into this article about Trump. It looked like C Tuck said something. Before I get into this article with Trump, what does C Tuck say? I see everybody saying, right on, C Tuck. You know, C Tuck known for dropping some gems. What you say, C Tuck? I want to read it to the class. C Tuck said, always try your best to have an optimistic outlook on things, because it's always someone going through worse, and God doesn't give you more than one can handle. Great message, C Tuck, and that's so true. Appreciate all the messages, y'all. You never know who needs to hear this. Grandma Kathy say, where the super chats at? I hear you, Grandma Kathy. But let's get into this article, man. I really appreciate all the kind words. They really help, not just me. They help everybody, though, because you never know who needs to hear it. So let's get into this. Trump, this is from CNN. Trump confirms Sean Diddy Combs asked him for a pardon. Trump had to put Diddy on blast. Trump ain't giving him no pardon, but damn, Diddy. Hey, look. Diddy. They're definitely about to pull up more charges on Diddy, y'all. He reaching out for pardons. Trump can't pardon him because Trump probably know what's going on behind the scenes. Trump probably know that they got some more charges coming, and not only because Diddy probably talked shit in the past, but Trump don't want to give him no pardon, and then he end up right back in court for some more sexual assaults or all these lawsuits Diddy got going on that might turn criminal. Who knows? But I believe Trump knows there's more coming. And on top of a lot of other reasons, I think that's one of the main reasons why Trump ain't gonna pardon. He don't want to get involved in this Diddy mess. He got enough mess going on his own. But he did make sure he put Diddy on blast and let the world know, say, yeah, he did ask for a pardon. That's cold. That's some Trump type shit. He ain't gonna give Diddy a pardon, but he made sure he slipped it out there and told the world, yeah, Diddy kissing my ass right now. Sean Diddy Combs is currently kissing the ring of the president. And let's talk about it. So the article goes on to say, President Donald Trump has confirmed that Sean Diddy Combs has requested a presidential pardon in connection with his federal criminal case. Remember, there were plenty of clips of Diddy saying all kind of stuff about Trump, saying that white men like Trump need to be banished. And the way Trump thinks is terrible and horrible to society and all type of different things. But the main thing was he said we need to get him out of office and keep him out of office. But in true celebrity fashion, where the new celebrity has learned, or not learned, but like the new celebrity, they don't have to stand for shit. See, back in the day, you used to have to stand for something. To be a big, well-known celebrity, think about back in the day, you had to take stances. And you had to stick to it. That's what, when you talk about the Muhammad Ali's, James Brown, just a lot of back in the day, big time, well-known people. They took stances and they stuck with them, and they took whatever punishment came with it. And that was part of the reason why they were revered and why we loved them. For example, Muhammad Ali, when he wasn't with the war, he didn't agree with the war that was going on. And so they drafted him to go. He refused to go. He didn't kiss nobody's ass. He did his prison time for not going to war, a war he disagreed with. And this was in his prime of his career. Many people think he lost maybe the best 3 to 4 years of his whole career for taking that stance, because he felt like we shouldn't have been over there in the first place. I believe it was the Vietnam War. If I'm incorrect, somebody correct me in the chat. I believe it was the Vietnam War, but it was one of those wars. Bottom line is, Muhammad Ali, part of the reason it ain't just his uppercuts and left hooks and jabs that he threw in the ring. That's not why he's Muhammad Ali. He Muhammad Ali because even with all the world at the palm of his hands, he still made decisions and stood by the common American people. And that's what we don't have no more. It's become so money driven that these days celebrities don't have to stand for shit. So somebody like Diddy can just a couple years ago say Trump need to be banished and put on all this what seems to be performative shit. Trump need to be banished. Trump ain't this. Trump ain't that. We need him out of office. He horrible, bad guy. But now that you need him, you can beg him for a pardon. And that's your business. I'm always a proponent of you could do whatever the fuck you want with your life. It's your business. But I can still call a spade when I see a spade. And it has to be spineless, gutless, hollow. Any word you can describe of someone who says one thing and don't stand on it and then just would completely do a 180 for their own personal benefit. And that's cool if that's what you want to do, Diddy. Like, you know, I'm not judging you for that, but I will call it for what it is. It's phony, and it just goes in line with who you are. See, the back in the day, strong celebrities, if they'd have said, if Muhammad Ali, for example, would have said Trump need to be banished, and Trump is a horrible person, and just all that shit Diddy said. We need to get him out of office. He need to stay out of office. All of that. If Muhammad Ali said that, and then turned around and like how he had to go to prison, I guarantee you Muhammad Ali would have never went back and did a 180 and start crying and begging to the same guy you talk shit about in front of the whole world for a pardon. That just waters down and cheapens anything. I don't want to hear you standing up and trying to make no damn statements about shit. Now, you can ask for pardon, you can do all that. It's your life. But at the same time, I don't want to hear no more teaching and mentoring and I'ma change the world. All that shit is bullshit. Tell us the real. For y'all celebrities out there, tell us just for real. Tell us what's really going on. Did he really say, hey, I'm just up here talking shit about Trump because I'm clout chasing? Because if I need Trump, I'm gonna reach out for him. Why don't you tell us that? Instead of acting like for that moment, you Mr. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, reincarnated, and you speaking for the whole black community of what we need to do or the community in general. And really, it's all bullshit. And you don't have a person like Diddy don't have no regard for the common people who believe in him, who look up to him or looked up to him. To sit up here and see 1 minute you say this and the next minute you ask for a pardon. And it just it ain't cool to do that. So when reading this article, it goes on to say, while speaking with CNN's Caitlin Collins on Monday regarding a potential pardon for Jeffrey Epstein's former girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell, Trump mentioned that a lot of people have asked me for pardons, including Combs, who was sentenced Friday to more than 4 years in prison for his conviction on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. In August, a member of Combs' defense team told CNN that the music mogul's camp had reached out to Trump and his administration about a potential pardon. It's my understanding that we've reached out and had conversations in reference to a pardon, attorney Nicole Westmoreland told CNN's Elizabeth Wagmeister at the time. Trump had previously indicated that he was unlikely to pardon Combs during an interview. This interview was with Newsmax, saying, I was very friendly with him. I got along with him great, and he seemed like a nice guy. I didn't know him well, but when I ran for office, he was very hostile. And that was around the time when Diddy was talking about Trump need to be banished and all type of stuff. White man like Trump need to be banished and all type of stuff like that. So then Trump added at the time that this made pardoning Combs more difficult to do. When contacted by CNN regarding Westmoreland's comments in August, a White House official said they will not comment on the existence or non-existence of any clemency requests. Also, on Monday, lawyers for Combs asked Judge Aaron Subramanian, who sentenced the disgraced mogul on Friday, to recommend to the Bureau of Prisons that Combs be placed at a low security federal correctional facility in Fort Dix, New Jersey. This is in New Jersey, Fort Dix, New Jersey, where he can address drug abuse issues and maximize family visitation and rehabilitative efforts. And you know, everybody having fun with Diddy being requested to be at Fort Dix. I'm not even gonna go into the joke of that, but it's been a meme all over social media. People saying, of course, they saying stuff like, of course, Diddy would want to go to Fort Dix and all type of silly shit. So y'all can have some fun with that, but it's definitely going around social media. So Trump looking to pardon Diddy. No, he's not. Diddy's looking for a pardon for sure. I don't know much about Fort Dix facility, but they say it's like low, what they call it, like low level, like surveillance or whatever. So I guess Diddy will be more relaxed there or whatever. What did they say about it? They say Fort Dix is a place where he can maximize family visitation and address drug abuse issues. And it's low security. So I guess that's where Diddy will be serving his 50, well, the remainder of his 50 months. He got 14 months of time served. So he has what, 36 more months. And then he got 85% of that. So basically, and I don't know about drug programs or whatever, but outside of whatever drug programs, he got about 30 months left to serve, which is like basically 2.5 years. And they saying he could get some stuff cut down with drug abuse programs. I don't know. But shit. 2.5 more years, even 2 more years. Do you see what this 1 year has did to Diddy? Do you know what 1 year? Do you realize what 1 year did to the Diddler? He went in looking like Diddy, and before that 1 year is up, that 1 year got him looking like Morgan Freeman. And that's just 1 year. Can you imagine what 2 more years might do to Diddy? Just 2 more years. I told you on yesterday's show, remember, time is relative to who the person is. A year might not be as much to somebody who used to dealing with shit or used to living conformed or confined or, you know, not being able to do everything they want. But shit, a year, 2 years, 3 years, but in New York prison by somebody like Diddy or whatever prison he decided to go to, that ain't that. Like I said, that's like dog years. I think 1 year, like 7 years for a person like Diddy, who used to having the whole world at their disposal, the whole world on lock, everything at their beck and call. But he can't handle this shit. Y'all see him breaking down in tears? What's Good Morning, Fire Glory? For example, how many times, let me give y'all an example of how tough this is on Diddy. Because I told you, when he broke down in tears, when he got his sentencing and all that, I told you that was the first time to me that he showed real emotion, real tears. But check this out. You've seen criminals get sentenced to life, 120, 100 months, 200 months, 300 months, whatever. You've seen people get life or 25 years and shit like that and didn't break down, didn't cry, didn't even show any emotion. Diddy got 50 months. Already has served 14 of those months. But Diddy got 50 months and was on the ground crying his eyes out. This time is a lot more time. To us, it don't feel like a lot of time, but we ain't doing the time. I'm telling y'all, Diddy can't handle this shit. This time is fucking Diddy up. That's why he had to tell himself he was getting out on Friday. Had speaking engagements ready for Monday. As if he was getting out. He was doing that because mentally he couldn't even stand the thought of thinking he was going to be in there. And once that judge said 50 months, he couldn't hold it no more. He couldn't. Hey, look, he ain't telling that judge he's doing a great job now. Angelina says sharing is caring. Thank you for the $4.99, $5 holla. She said, let's get this money flowing. I missed you all. Wake and Bake crew, where you at? Where the Wake and Bakers at? Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, so it was Vietnam. Thank you, Angie, on the Muhammad Ali. So it was Vietnam. I was correct. But yeah. This is just a situation where Diddy, he can't handle this, y'all. He's about to go, man. I don't know what if 1 year got him looking like Forrest Morgan Freeman. I'm about to say Forrest Whitaker. Man, I don't know what the hell Diddy gonna look like by the time this shit over with. 2, 3 years, 3 more years, 2, 3 more years of this shit, 2 more years of this shit. On top of that's not to mention if they stick other charges or other indictments on them or whatever, who knows? Because they are still digging. But man, it could be a situation like R. Kelly. If you remember R. Kelly, once he was convicted, he was going from court to court to court to court. He went to court to court. It was like, next thing we know, we damn near never gonna see him again. That could happen to Diddy. He breaking down, going crazy, crying about this 50 months. Man, imagine if they bring more charges. Tack another 50 months, another 60 months, another 100 months on them from some other case. Literally, it can go to us damn near never seeing Diddy again, and it all start from this little ass 50 months. I'm telling you, shit happened with R. Kelly. You looked around after the first court case, he was in court back to back to back to back to back, case after case after case. I see that happening with Diddy, man. Let's see what we saying here. Liddy, the mechanics is the best place to smoke. Angie has an announcement to Lily. She says, Lily, the mechanics is the best place to smoke. You can use the torch to light up past the tune while you smoke, and you'll be chill when you get your bill. All right, thank you for that. Thank you for that information, Angelina. Enoch says, Diddy's appeal is going to be denied. Appeals can take years. Bet feds will come with more indictments. I really believe that. and the appeal will be denied, which is why I believe another reason why the judge was cautious on not to give Diddy too much time. He didn't want to give Diddy the amount of time where a judge or another appellate court could appeal the sentencing, possibly appeal his case or whatever. So I believe that's another reason why the judge made sure that his time was more than time served, but not like 11 years like the prosecutors wanted, because then they could have had a strong appeal against being over sentenced. So I strongly believe, y'all, just because of the way the feds are, they're not done. And I believe not just because, of course, Diddy wants to be free, and anybody would want to be free. But I believe that that's another reason why Diddy is trying like hell to get out, so that he can fight these other cases more effectively. Because like one case, the one about the underage girl, that's catching some legs. Little Rod's case, from what I'm hearing, is catching legs. Both of those cases. And then we got other little ones sprinkled around. But I believe Diddy even knows that's a possibility that those cases could become criminal. And it's much easier to fight a criminal case outside than it is inside. That's why Diddy is bugging the shit out of Trump. And Trump ain't gonna do it at this point. Trump trying to get his approval rating back up, and Trump trying to get his mojo back going. He definitely don't want to add more fuel to the fire of people hating his ass by pardoning somebody like Diddy, especially since Diddy only got 50 months. Trump might have had a better chance of maybe pardoning him and looking like a hero to those who love Diddy. And if he'd have had like an 11 or 15-year sentence, he may have been able to swoop in for a pardon. I don't know. But all I know is the judge, I really strongly believe he did 50 months and didn't go too far past that, because he didn't want he didn't want to run into no appeal or nothing like that. But let's see what some more of these comments. Yeah, and then other people said that, of course, that's the obvious reason that Diddy want to get out so he can fucking run. That's the number one reason. I mean, we've been saying that from the beginning. That's why he ain't been able to get bail or nothing. Because I do believe, and I heard it through some rumors. Remember, I read it on this show, some of my sources that said they believe that Diddy was planning on going to some type of Asian country when he got out, hopping on that plane and taking him and his family and moving to a whole new spot. And Diddy probably wish he would have did that in the beginning. That's just me talking. It's just speculation. This Starbucks coffee talk. But they definitely, and I've seen a couple people said it in the comments, they definitely. Tahara says, let's get some of the comments from the chat. Tahara says that case with the little girl will be the nail in the coffin. A lot of people believe it because they are putting discovery together. They want to know about the third assailant. If you remember, this is involving Diddy, his former Bad Boy employee / friend, Harv Pierre, and they trying to figure out who this third person was. They are on this case's ass. And they pretty much proven she was underage, and they pretty much say they could prove through records and plane records that they flew this girl who was 17 at the time, and I believe Diddy and Harv and them were in their 30s. I believe they were in their 30s, and they flew her out there and put her on the plane and did whatever they did with her allegedly. That case is heating up. Like I said, they at the point where they're trying to find out who the third person was. They trying to get over these plane records and verifying her age and all of that. I believe she has more evidence too. Like, I don't know if it's footage or some audio, but I've been hearing that she has more evidence. So, like I said, this shit ain't over for Diddy, and he knows it. And some of y'all in the comments could be right. Elise said Diddy wants to get out. I kind of think as soon as he hits freedom, he's on that plane. I wouldn't deny it. Brian says so he can run. LOL. He got enough money to live in one of those countries that doesn't have extradition. And like I said, one of those countries was some Asian companies that was rumored, but there are quite a few of them. But I agree. Oh yeah, Kathy, they could definitely charge him while he in jail. Most certainly can. You fair game. I've seen, like, it just happened to R. Kelly and different people, where just because you behind bars don't mean they won't bring up new charges and put you in a whole new case. So yes, they can. Don't forget, y'all, to hit the like button. It's 53 people in here. We need more likes. Like the live right now. This is over there where Melissa said Diddy gonna be over there with Russell Simmons. Hey, he may. Moldova. Angie said, I believe Moldova was the place that Diddy might run to. Yeah, Brian said, I can't believe he didn't run. I bet you Diddy can't believe he didn't run. Enoch said he's crying to go to a low security prison, but he says they ain't gonna give him that because of the violence. You could be right. Lily said it's strange with me seeing me with coffee in my hand. Is it? It's strange seeing me with a part of the coffee crew. Look, Grandma Kathy said, nice. Let's get those famous people on the stand. Grandma Kathy wants some more justice. He may be in jail longer. He can catch a case in prison. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, y'all. Trump ain't giving him no pardon. Diddy trying his best, but it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. Let's get some updates on some of these lawsuits that we got going on with Diddy. It's just so much going on. I thought we would have been done with Diddy by now, but shit, this shit just getting started. Let's see what we got as far as the lawsuit with Diddy. In the matter of, okay, this the Palm, Odell Beckham. They still dealing with that one. I don't believe nothing coming out of that one with Odell Beckham and the comedian Drewski. I don't think nothing coming out of that. Drewski already been proven that he wasn't even around at the time when he was supposed to be there. And that case kind of seemed like it's falling apart. So I'm not looking for much to come out of that one. But the one with Harv Pierre and the victim. Hold on one second. Let me look that up. Harv Pierre. Now that one is unfortunately below the guidelines that the judge called it substantial. I'll call it betrayal. Christy Greenberg. Christy Greenberg said Diddy got 4 years for over a decade of violent sex crimes. Below what prosecutors wanted, below what probation wanted, below the guidelines of 6 to 7 years. The judge called it substantial. Christie calls it betrayal. Let's talk about that for a second, because see, that's the difference, and that's what money does. Like when you're dealing with money, when you're dealing with power in this world, that's why they tend to get away with shit. Because I believe strongly that the judge wanted to stay inside of the guidelines to ensure that this sentencing wouldn't get appealed. Because if they're saying the guidelines are 6 to 7 years and the judge went for 4 years and some change, I don't think it was because the judge was trying to show favoritism to Diddy. I don't. I honestly don't. I feel like if the judge was trying to show favoritism to Diddy, honestly, it would have been even closer to time served. I believe if the judge was trying to show Diddy favoritism, he might have said 36 months, which would have damn near been time served after they do all their breakdowns. So some people might disagree with me, but I don't think the judge was showing Diddy special treatment when it came to the sentencing. I just think the judge knows what you're dealing with when you got money, power, high-priced attorneys, you got friends in different places, and I think he went for a sentence that would for sure couldn't be appealed. So that's just my thoughts on that, but I agree. There's a lot of people that's upset about the sentence or whatever. But I definitely believe that the judge did that for a reason. He just didn't want to risk having his sentence appealed, because, like I said, he could have easily went for 30 months or something that would have been basically time served, and went on about his way. So definitely don't blame people for being upset though. Definitely was much lighter than a lot of people would have wanted. But you know, that's how it goes. So let's see what the Diddy what Diddy got going on with this situation with the Harv Pierre situation. And I wonder when, I don't know if anybody in chat, does anybody find out, because I haven't been able to find it, when they are going to actually pick which place Diddy goes to, which prison. I haven't seen anything about like when the judge decides that. I do see that Diddy is asking for Fort Dix, and his legal team. They said on behalf, hold on, I have the document right here where they actually sent the letter in. So this is dated October 6th, which would have been yesterday, addressed to the Honorable Aaron Subramanian of the United States District Judge, Southern District of New York, 500 Pearl Street, New York, New York, 1007. United States versus Combs. Dear Judge Subramanian, on behalf of Mr. Combs, we respectfully request that the court strongly recommend a designation facility to the Bureau of Prisons in Mr. Combs' judgment in order to address drug abuse issues and to maximize family visitation and rehabilitative efforts. We request the court strongly recommend to the Bureau of Prisons that Mr. Combs be placed at FCI Fort Dix for RDAP purposes and any other available educational and occupational programs. Thank you for your consideration. Respectfully, I believe this is signed by Tini Gergos or Agnifilon. It doesn't show the signature. So they begging for that low security spot. I don't know if they're going to get it, but they definitely begging. Okay, we got a super chat. Okay. Elise, thank you so much. My pups want you to get tacos and do something good because today is Taco Tuesday. Thank you for the taco money. Y'all know Flo and the Flo Show No Filter loves our Taco Tuesdays. We will definitely make sure that me and we get a little dog taco for Juice today. I'm going to enjoy me a couple good tacos. So will King. So I appreciate you, Elise, for keeping some food on this belly. I am going to be a hungry MFer today. I can tell it because I ain't eat no breakfast. Normally I eat breakfast, but I kind of ate late last night. So kind of when I eat late, I normally don't eat breakfast because I don't eat late a lot. I usually eat my dinner relatively early in the day, and that's pretty much how I like to do it. Last night I was hungry late night, I had one of those long days, rough day, where I was just like, fuck that, I'm about to give me a fucking Little Caesar pizza and eat the crap out of it. And a root beer. You know, sometimes you just have to treat yourself to one of your little nostalgic meals. When I was a kid, I used to love pizza and root beer. That was my little combination. So every now and then as an adult, when I have one of those days and I just want to eat some crap, I just say, look, what crap I'm gonna eat? And that crap will be Little Caesars and a root beer. So I had that late night yesterday. So when I got up, I was like, damn, I ain't really hungry for breakfast. Y'all know I like me a little breakfast sandwich or something. So I just got my coffee. What y'all cracking up about? Melissa be having y'all dying in the chat. One day I'm gonna have a guest host. Maybe it'll be C Tuck. I'm gonna have a guest host do an episode so I could be in the chat talking shit. Someday soon we're gonna have it call it a special community episode where somebody from the community will talk and have a little segment, and then I can go in the chat and just talk shit and have everybody laughing like Melissa. Let's see what we got in here. Now Diddy is in the can. Can I get how does it feel now, Diddy? All you did to make all them people beg, Brian. Brian on Diddy's ass, no Diddy. But yeah, y'all, this has just been Diddy has been trying all the way. Trump put out there that Diddy asked him for a pardon, knowing that Diddy is not about to pardon his ass. Trump don't want them problems. Ain't enough money in the world. Last thing Trump need right now is some Diddy money. There was a time when Diddy money was something. Now, man, people like, man, Trump would do it for the money. Trump doing $1 trillion AI deals right now. Trump is in the middle of the technology boom, and he is doing $1 trillion deals at this point. He not thinking about fucking his whole name up for no Diddy. I'm sorry, y'all. This ain't 10, 15, and 20 years ago. You got to put yourself into what's going on right now. Trump is at a whole, whether you like him or not, Trump is at a whole nother level financially and with the money and power. He already was a billionaire, whatever way he goes about it, whether he filed bankruptcy and be a billionaire again, he already was that. But then to become the president of the free world, and with all that power, and you are a heavy business person that's thinking business and trying to build businesses and be in between deals and negotiating. Come on, man. I mean, shit, Trump at a whole nother level now. Where it was a time when Diddy's little like pardon money might have meant something to Trump. Those days long gone. So just trying to, I hate to be the bearer of bad news to all the Diddy supporters out there that think Trump gonna pardon him, but I strongly believe Trump not. The money ain't worth it, and Trump got enough shit going on with his base and his movement that he's trying to keep everything together. I don't think he want to throw gasoline on this fire by pardoning Diddy and starting that shit storm, because it's definitely gonna be a shit storm. But it just shows you Diddy don't give a fuck. He trying everything he can to get out of that. So Brian shares his birthday with Trump. Okay. Brian said Truth Social made him $1 billion on his own. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Love Trump or hate Trump. Here we're gonna talk about the facts. And if you think Diddy money is a good enough motivational factor for Trump to pardon him, I got news for you. 50 million, 40 million, even 100 million. Trump wouldn't take it to pardon Diddy. It's going to do more damage for his brand, for his business, for his base, for his $1 trillion deals he got going on. A person not messing that up for no chump change. And so all the little Mohawk Diddies out there, y'all gonna have to just have your own little baby oil parties as y'all wait for Diddy as he served his time. Y'all just better hope, while y'all thinking about a pardon, y'all just better hope Diddy don't catch another case and something that's gonna make this 50 months look like 5 minutes, because it can happen. What we got in the comment? What we got in the comment? Just shows he has no intention of changing. Good point, Angie. Oh no, that was Elise. That shows there's no intention on changing. He don't think nothing he did was wrong. Matter of fact, he think we all wrong for wanting to hold him accountable. Let's see, did I miss any super chats or any super stickers today? If I did, let me know in the comments. I see I got Elise. Angelina, did I miss anybody? Anybody? It's Taco Tuesday. Anybody want to give me a couple tacos? I won't be mad. I would appreciate it. Thank you to everybody who did give me some taco money. Angelina, Elise, allowing me to eat today with this crazy ass news shit. It ain't no big reports on that other case. I don't know what is they saying that the when he come to the David singer and the underage girl, at least that people think he's been caught up in. All I keep saying is he is not a suspect, and that they believe the girl overdosed, and that's it. I really feel like he got some connections, or his family, or somebody, or his manager. Somebody got some connections to law enforcement. Somebody has some connection to law enforcement, because anybody else would have been questioned a little harder or detained or anything. Even if he's not arrested, they not doing nothing to him. They're going out their way to say it ain't him or nothing. So I don't know. I don't know. I've been digging on that story, but it ain't really much came out of it. They just more or less saying that the dude don't have nothing to do with it and that she died of an overdose. I'm like, damn. Well, who gave her the drugs? Where did the overdose come from? But they do say possibly he could be in trouble, or somebody could be in trouble for maybe hiding the body or not reporting. I don't know. It's weird. That whole David the singer and Celeste case and the way her family didn't do much, that whole situation is weird. So I'm gonna continue to look into it, but it's just weird. It's just weird. So I ain't really had nothing concrete to talk about on the David the singer shit today. So I do want to just bring to the light that so far they saying he is not a suspect, and they thinking she just had an overdose and died. So we'll see how it turns out. But exactly right. That's what I said. At least it's still something like you can get abuse of a corpse, hiding the body, whatever. So I don't know. We got to pay attention to that one. I think it's something strange going on. Right. And that's what I'm saying, Grandma Kathy. If he didn't do it, he knows something. He knows something. But we all know what time it is. Sydney said, all right, fam, I'm out. Y'all be safe. Y'all, we going to continue to poke at this Trump and Diddy situation. Make sure there no funny business happen. I'm going to continue to dig into this David and Celeste story and figure out what the hell really is going on. All we know right now is a girl who was underage that had been apparently running around with an older guy. Next thing we know, she ends up in the older guy's car, stinking from being dead for some time and found in an impound lot. Something ain't right. If she did have an overdose, would she have an overdose and hopped in the trunk of the Tesla on her own? If she had an overdose, then don't it make sense that somebody still did something? She didn't have an overdose in the fucking Tesla trunk. And for that reason alone, I'm gonna continue to look into this fucking case, because how you gonna find somebody in the trunk and then just try to clear people by saying they had a drug overdose, as if they were in the trunk and had a drug overdose? No, something nefarious went on, and we're gonna find out. But we are at our time when we say goodbye. Let's get it going. Kathy says she hates this time of the day. What, the time when we have to say goodbye? I don't want to leave here, baby, but I gotta go right now. I'll be back before you know it. We got to get out of here, y'all. So let's get the chat is getting a little volatile. Let's get up out of here. Let's get the amounts in the chat. We will be right back. Oh, tomorrow is members only. I think somebody got Kathy a membership. If you're not, you can click the join button down here. Grandma Kathy, hook up with Elise to get your membership tomorrow, because tomorrow is members only. The members only. We got our members only episode. Looking forward to it. We get to deep dive and talk about a little bit even more deeper shit, because it's a little intimate crowd. If you ain't, Enoch says, thanks, Flo. Bye, everyone. See you, Enoch. But click the join up under this video. You got subscribe and you got join. Join is how you get in on our members only. And if you're a Buzzsprout subscriber for the audio version, you also get Wednesday's episode as well. So 2 ways. We got the audio version with Buzzsprout. We got the video version with YouTube. Join either platform, and you'll get tomorrow's podcast episode. Our Wednesday, every Wednesday, is Subscriber Appreciation Day, Member Appreciation Day. So I appreciate everybody. Get that mouse in the chat. I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. What the fuck? Caffeinated flow is unstoppable. Love you all. Thank you for all the support, all the well wishes. Everything's going to be all right. Remember that. And as always, I love y'all. But as Steph just said, I love y'all, but I'm